Hello folks, has anyone heard of the Thrustmaster? So if you're into sim racing or if you want to get into sim racing, this would be a good place to start. We've got the Thrustmaster T-GT version 2. This would be the latest and the most fanciest sim racing wheel from Thrustmaster. It's called the T-GT II. So I've been driving this for a while, so I thought I might as well give you some reviews about it, give you some updates. And as you can see, this is a cool looking sim racing device. It just looks very nice, very well designed. Especially those red strips which you can see from here makes it look very powerful and wicked, I would say. And look at the steering wheel. Really like this blue stitching here, and it feels very good on the hands. I mean, especially if you're coming from Logitech, if you're new to sim racing, this steering wheel feels really good, and it's definitely an upgrade from the Logitech. Even when I'm holding it, I feel really nice. I think it's a good quality. That's what I feel. Most people say if you're a pro and if you've been driving many other steering wheels, you might feel the steering wheel a bit small. But if you're new to sim racing, if you've only been driving Logitech, then don't worry about it. This is an amazing steering wheel. I've been driving this for the last few days and I'm still enjoying it. So I wouldn't say this is a small steering wheel or it's uncomfortable. I would say there's no issues at all with this, and I'm able to enjoy the steering wheel very well. So for people like me who's not pros or just into sim racing lightly, this is more than enough. It does the job. And you've got beautifully colored chrome finished buttons as well: blue, green, red, yellow. Typical PlayStation buttons here. So overall, it's a very well designed, very good quality built steering wheel. And obviously you can the one benefit about these steering wheel is that you can detach them. It's not like the Logitech, which is stuck onto them forever. If you want to have an F1 type, you can have an F1 type. You would have to actually release it from here, but unfortunately the sad part about the Thrustmaster is you will need to use a screwdriver. You will have to unscrew this over here and then release the steering wheel basically. Oh yes, and these hand gears are really nice. It's a nice metal finish. As you can see here, it's a nice metal finish and reachable, and it has this clicky sound. And it also comes with these pedals, as you can see here, these metal pedals. So you've got the accelerator, you've got the brakes, you've got the clutch as well. It doesn't come with the gear. You'll have to buy that separately. But as you can see, it's a nice, beautiful metal finish. It's completely metal. So that as such is nice, because by default, I think this would be I would say, the weak point of this sim, because especially when we try to brake, you're not getting the exact pleasure as you would expect when braking a fast car. But obviously these are the starting brake pedals that you get with this package. With the Thrustmaster T-GT II comes with with these brakes. And although the build quality is very nice, it's fully metal, the experience braking has not been that great. But it does the job for beginners. I think they wouldn't complain as such. But if you're really into racing, if you're trying to win every minute and every second, if that matters to you, maybe you'll have to upgrade them to load cell pedals. And otherwise, stamping on it, feeling it feels all good. And the one benefit, the difference between the T-GT1 and the T-GT II, the only difference is that internally they've upgraded the springs, the quality of the springs. So this is going to last a little bit more longer, and that's the one advantage of buying the T-GT II package. So otherwise, this is it. This is what comes in the box, and that's about. And you also have these buttons on the sides. you've got these buttons called other and TGT. So if you're if you're just playing a GT game, you'd obviously have the switch always here. Otherwise, you would keep in other, you would switch it to other and then start your game. But if I'm usually just playing GT, so for me this should do the job. So that's it. This is the first look of the Thrustmaster T-GT II. I've been driving for the last few weeks, and I thought I'll just give you my update of my experience using the sim. So the moment you start your PlayStation, it will try to calibrate. That's the first thing it does. It would automatically switch on, and you'll also see the red light on there. And what it's trying to do now is it's calibrating. And if you're lucky, it would actually swing both sides properly. And as you can see here, it is stuck. It hasn't completed its calibration, looks like. I don't think so. So here you go. So now it's more like it's done its calibration. There you go. And it starts making the sound. So I face this challenge always. It doesn't calibrate the first time, and I have to switch off or restart my PlayStation. So I don't know why this happens all the time. This is one headache with this device which I face. So I just thought I'll share with you this issue that I'm facing with the calibration. This is the only one issue I'm facing with this product, but when it works, it just works. Now after driving this wheel for a few weeks, I can tell you that I really enjoy holding it. You know, it really fills up your hand, a good grip, a nice leather, quality leather. But the brakes are quite painful. I would seriously say anyone who's braking it would not appreciate how slow the response is, and definitely you probably would want to upgrade the brakes. But otherwise you feel like you're driving a real car. The force feedback is amazing.